so many animals.
The zoo car drove past
a small pond. Pink flamingos swimming in the water as they walk a spinning lake.
The flamingos turned pink because
they eat so many pink shrimps,
said the zookeeper. But George was
not listening. He climbed out of the back in the fiery cut. Take a look. He never seen flamingos before.
Oh yeah.
He never seen flamingos before.
He was curious about
the flamingos were moving. But George was not listening. He leaned on the back of the
zoo car.
Back of the zoo car as fast as he could. And what happened? Ka-plunk! First George lost his balance. Then he fell. Ka-plunk! Right out of the zoo car. His friends hadn't noticed that he had fallen. The flamingos danced their feet up and down. It was like they're dancing.
And George danced with them. Suddenly,
this water started moving. Then a hippo popped his head out. To take a look. Reached mouth as far as he could. George opened his mouth too. It was fun to act like a hippo.
Just then,
George noticed that someone that
something was rustling
in the weed
near the
pond. He wanted to see what was there. And instantly he trembled to reach and poked his nose inside and saw a baby rhino. The baby rhino looked cute, but he looked a little bit sad and a little bit lonely. George wanted to make that baby rhino happy.
He thought and thought maybe the baby rhino would like the flamingo dance.
George bumped his head and looked at the street one at a time. Baby rhino peeked her head out of the ring so she could watch. George learned more. The baby rhino was curious too, but George didn't notice who was behind him. The zookeeper stomped over George. She did not look happy. You are not a little monkey, said the zookeeper. You are supposed to stay in this car. You and your friend will have to go now. George waved goodbye to the baby rhino. George and his friend see to George was waving to the baby rhino. We've been looking for her all day, said the zookeeper.
She got separated
from her mother.
George was glad to
see the zookeeper looking happy again.
He and the man started walking towards the exit. The zookeeper ran to stop them. Thank you
for finding our baby rhino too. Just in time for the birthday. Will join us for some cake?
George jumped with glee. He had forgotten all about the
birthday party and he then left cake.
The man and George followed the
zookeeper and the baby rhino back at the
zoo headquarters, right? The rhino's mother was
waiting there for her.
The zookeeper
brought out a special cake that was shaped like a rhino. George had not seen a cake like that.
You can have the first
piece, said the zookeeper, and I'll also have a special treat for you. She handed George a bunch of bananas and fed him. George was glad that he spent banana, and zookeeper saved some cake for him too.
The end.